everyone, and welcome to this week's Crafternoon. For this week's craft, we're going to be making custom trading cards. For this week's craft, the materials that you're going to need is a piece of paper. It can be printer paper or cardstock is preferable. You can use a pair of scissors, any type of drawing material, so markers, crayons, pencils. You're going to want to use a pencil because we're going to mark out the cards, and then a ruler to do the measurements. The first thing that we'll need to do is mark out the cards. You're going to want to make them 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, so I'll show you how to do that in a moment. Okay, got my paper, take my ruler, and I'll show you how to measure that out. So we're going to line it up at the edge, measure out 2.5, I'm going to put a little line, I'm going to go down. I'm actually going to rotate the paper. So this is the tick mark for 2.5, and then I'm going to measure out 3.5. There we go. And then I'm going to go to the opposite end of the paper. And I'm also going to measure out 3.5 so that I can draw a line right down the page. And that'll be my measurement. So there's 3.5. There we go. So now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line up the ruler with the two little lines that I just made. And make sure it's nice. And then just draw a line. There we go. So then this space right here is the 3.5. Then I'm going to measure out 2.5 going this direction. Every tick mark I'm going to measure out the 2.5. Move that down. There we go. I have a little bit of extra, and that's okay. We don't have to use that. Okay, perfect. Now if you notice, this little area right here is going to be less than the 2.5. So when we're measuring the opposite side along here, we're going to want to make sure that we account for that. So we're just going to line up right there. Put the little tick marks. Every 2.5. There we go. So now we've got our tick marks every 2.5. Now I'm going to draw lines connecting the tick marks that are across from each other. And this will create our first card. There's one. There's the second. Third. And there's the fourth. Okay, so now that we've got a few cards we can start with, I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to trim along the lines that we drew. To cut out our little cards. Set that aside. Okay, so now I've got these lines that we need to cut. Go. There we go. Here we are. Now I've got my 4 cards. And you can still use this piece of paper to continue making more cards. I'm just going to show you how to make these 4 to start. So now it comes to the next stage, which is my favorite part, is where we actually get to decorate the cards. So for mine, I'm going to use some crayons. And I'm going to go with a theme just for an added challenge. So I'm going to draw things on my cards that I would see in the summertime. So So I'm going to draw an inner tube or on some water. And the fun part is you don't have to do themes for these. You can really do anything you want. They're kind of like little artist cards, so you can create really any type of picture you want, and it's just something nice that people can carry around, and it's also fun to trade them too. So if you have a bunch of friends or family, you can make them little cards, swap them, you can write stuff on them. You don't necessarily have to draw anything on here. I just like drawing, so that's what most of my cards will look like. But you can draw pictures of animals. You can even do collage on these as well. I know that was one of our previous crafts, but you can collage on the cards, paint on the cards. There really isn't any specific thing that you're limited to. A little sun to the beach. I'm gonna make this inner tube probably orange. There we go. And that is my first card. But like I said, you can do anything with this that you want.